Welcome back to another video in my series on Phasmophobia equipment. Last time we discussed UV lights, so it makes sense to discuss a equipment item that goes hand in hand with it. Salt. Using salt is easy. You go to an area where you believe the ghost has been wandering around a lot, and you leave salt in that location. If the ghost walks through the salt, the pile will look disturbed. Human players cannot disturb salt, so don't worry about that. If the ghost has UV as one of its evidences, it will leave UV footprints for a few seconds after walking through salt. These footprints are only visible under UV light, however, so be sure to check. Additionally, you can use salt to determine whether a ghost is a wraith via unique evidence. Wraiths will never disturb a salt pile, so if you're pretty sure a ghost is wandering in a particular area and you leave a bunch of salt and it never gets disturbed, it is probably a wraith. Tier 1 salt has two uses and leaves a small pile of salt. It's best to try to leave these in doorways or other choke points that the ghost is likely to walk through. Tier 2 has three uses and creates a long pile of salt. This makes it easier to cover an entire choke point so that if a ghost walks through it, you'll get the evidence. Tier 3 is the same as Tier 2, except that it will also slow down a ghost during a hunt if the ghost walks through the salt during said hunt. This makes it useful defensively for players to use to escape the ghost. This should be obvious, but salt is not an electronic, so the ghost won't detect you if you're holding it. Salt can also be useful for getting photos, as each instance of disturbed salt can be photographed to get you extra money at the end of the game. I mentioned the relationship between UV and salt at the beginning, so check out this video on UV lights, or check out this video that YouTube picked just for you. Disturbed fault. Oh my gosh.